Welcome back to another episode of Sports for Dummies. My name is Josh, joined by co-host dummy John.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Oh my goodness, he asked the crowd how everyone's doing. Holy shit, what's happened? Anyway, we're going to jump straight in, guys. No one gives a shit.
Exactly.
LeBron James.
Woo!
Posterized.
He's
My boy
56.
Paul George.
He's 56.
I don't give a fuck. He levitated like he was...
Exactly. He's 56 and doing that.
That's
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Look, I don't think... I mean, there's been speculation that it's dunk of the decade or dunk of the century or some BS.
So Shannon Sharp, James Worthy have said it was the dunk of this century. They're LeBron lovers, so that's fine. Shannon Sharp very much love LeBron. He carries his
that's
water.
like sniffing up someone's art. Like, come on.
I think it's more... He's 39. Like, it just... No one at that age scores 2 points, let alone...
DeAndre Jordan just did an alley-oop that was monster.
Yeah,
And
LeBron
what are
does
you going to
this all
call
the
it?
time.
The best dunk of all time. I just ran down the field and Paul George just happened to move himself as a try to get a blocking
He was
foul.
scared. He was scared.
He wasn't even scared. It was actually... It didn't even look like a poster, though. That's the thing that...
Yeah, but look where he jumped from.
You know what's really funny?
Are you saying this dunk isn't good?
So we're going to play it for everyone. But you know what's hilarious? NBA highlights that do the top 10, which is funny because they had a problem when we looked it up. LeBron was number 3, and then number 2, there was something else, and then it just cut out and they didn't have a number 1. So obviously maybe they reinstated LeBron at number 1 for that day, but they had him at number 3 for the day. It didn't even look that big when we watched it.
It was huge.
And everyone here...
What the fuck is this? This is supposed to be how good LeBron James is, not fucking... He's 39, did a huge dunk.
Look,
Is it the greatest dunk of all time? No, but it's very special.
Not dunk of the century.
It's not dunk of
that
the
good.
century.
Come on, he's done so many better
you know,
ones.
You know
though.
what these... And
Come
we'll get to
on.
that, but you know these media people are just talking shit.
That's exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but like it's clearly not the dunk of the century, but it's amazing.
But y'all don't say that.
that's what I think.
Show the dunk.
I'm going to show the dunk for everyone who is watching. Hopefully this actually works well.
Boy, really trying to find Zubac. Such good play by AD. LeBron drained down the toe. Oh my God, anything big.
That's a three-point attempt.
Look out below.
Dude,
For the best player who's the best
LeBron
at
going
getting to the ring.
downhill with a head of steam.
No matter what that was, that was
Paul George
amazing.
decided to stand in late and was too
What the
far under the
fuck is this
basket,
guy
or
talking
he was
about?
in the restricted area, they said, and so that's going to be a three-point
Guys,
opportunity.
year
LeBron
21
right down the
goes
gut,
down, Paul George
goes
sits
up and
himself
hammers
back.
one.
LBJ.
This crowd.
Now
I-
it's not.
I
it's,
expect
it's,
that.
Now what it did get us, LeBron James is one of the best power dunkers of all time, and we have got the top 10 here from. Is it Hoops?
Yeah, NBA hoops.
NBA Hoops.
We're just going to go through. So I don't think it's close to being a top dunk of the century.
I don't. And it's not. It's not. They're just putting flavor on it. It's just exaggerating it. It's a good dunk. So we're gonna watch the top 10 dunks.
That wasn't DeAndre's talked about.
Because
DeAndre's was in the same day and it was number 2.
Who cares about DeAndre Jordan?
So the whole point of
LeBron
it is
James
it's
is
LeBron
why
James.
all these guys get paid. No one cares about DeAndre Jordan
Why don't we get paid yet?
because we're not in America.
20% of our audience is. Did you know that?
Really?
Don't dispute the Americans out there.
I
You know
wasn't
what?
disputing.
Anyone
I said
who's
we weren't
American,
living there.
tell them to fuck off.
I didn't bag. If you're gonna fucking swear, be a grown up about it.
I
So we're
censored
gonna watch.
myself
We're
out.
gonna watch LeBron's top 10 dunks, and it's actually quite good to see.
It's impressive. Yeah, these are impressive.
Yeah.
The other
And
that
each
one we just watched.
and each one has a story.
Look,
This one has a story. He's year 21.
he would do that on his sons
He
daily.
will.
Daily.
Oh, he's
so
not.
the matter
he's
of
not-
the fact
he's
is,
not.
it's
Let,
not like,
he's not letting Bronny or the other Bron Jr. He's. They'll be like, yeah, we're good, and he's like, not. He'll be 50 and dunking on them. Like, you're not better than me.
You don't say that.
I'm the GOAT.
Literally. All right, we'll put this on for the viewers. Oh,
That's LeBron James with authority, and they're standing here in Miami.
this is a tune.
That's LeBron James with authority, and they're standing here in
That was
Miami.
prime LeBron. prime LeBron.
Goodness, I thought I was ready for that, but I guess I wasn't. Then I told you you're going to be a star in this league.
We're gonna turn this down.
From the field.
So that's what I mean. That's supposed to rise up. Dude, he stood there. The center stood there and just popped it.
That's LeBron.
But there was no way that LeBron was going to be the
Texas.
Maybe it was the
First
coach.
of the 2-on-2 doubleheader. James. Soaring. And that gets this crowd going. My goodness. That was
Anyone who doesn't have the
unbelievable.
notifications turned on, this is the time.
A different way to score.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Jumped over. Who was that again? Robinson?
throws it right up with the rim. James comes flying from the right corner.
No, the small guy.
Another dunk.
Sorry.
It was a dunk-a-thon Friday
That was
night.
one of the
Starting
smallest
it again here this
Even
afternoon.
Wade, Lobsy, they had their own bit of Lobsy.
I get where you're coming from.
Once again, a Smith screen. Coaching will defend. LeBron James with no regard for human life has given the Cavaliers their biggest lead.
Against Kevin Garnett, one of the best defenders of all time.
And tipped it to the rim.
I don't think that was as good as the one I just watched.
At the moment.
Oh, was this moment?
Yeah, this is when it was big first. Like this is one of his first playoff series, and he beats the Detroit Pistons were the best defensive side of that era.
Yeah, right. This was big. That, you know what? There's a common thing, and he kind of did the dunk that you.
Look at what you did. Look at what you did. Like, it's not. It's all Miami, Cleveland.
What I'm saying, yeah, 100%. But what I'm saying is,
This is his first.
this gangster.
Because the other guy had given him the business in the playoffs, the finals the year before at Dallas, where LeBron famously had the biggest meltdown in sports of a sports person's history.
Just watch.
And that was just sending a message.
It was in that absolute Miami. There's nothing really.
That's what he's in his prime, isn't it?
You know, he had that flip. You know what?
The fact that he's still dunking, grabbing the ball half court, just charging down.
Okay. Look, probably understated how good that
Josh,
dunk was.
what-
Because I will say this.
Josh, what's that?
What do you mean? What's what?
What's the video?
It doesn't matter. It's not in frame. It
Oh,
doesn't
I
mean.
didn't know. I
Doesn't mean shit. Viewers ain't seeing that.
Okay.
You can put whatever I want on this screen. No one knows shit.
It's like Better Homes and Gardens.
I was learning my gardening. All right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway,
I was going to call you something, but YouTube would not like that.
But you don't say that.
Yes.
yeah, we've got some funny sounds going on at the moment, which is good. But back to the dunk. Watching his top 10 back, it's very familiar with the style of those dunks.
He's just a power dunker.
It's that whole hand up, slam down, not even sometimes slamming down, just almost jumping, elevating, and then just throwing it in at the end. So
we never got to see him, and the one thing because he bailed on it after saying he did it, because a lot of the great players did do dunk contests, like Michael Jordan.
did he never do one?
Nah, and he said he was going to, and he pulled out of it. I would have. It annoys me because I love seeing LeBron's dunks. I don't think he's as versatile or as good as Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, and whatnot. But he's in-game dunking, power-wise, is the best.
It is impressive. I agree. It's up there. I remember Kobe had that sort of like that flair too, where he could dunk. MJ obviously had that. They're probably the only top three that you would want to see get to the rim and absolutely slam it.
Vince Carter.
Oh yeah, Vince. But Vince played. He did the dunk contest. He was awesome with that. He made
Michael
it what it is.
Kobe did it. Well,
They all-
hang on. Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins made Dr. J made the dunk contest, what it was. Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins.
I've never watched Dr. J on the dunk contest.
Well, that's where a lot of these players looked up to. And
Yeah, right.
that's what Michael Jordan sort of, they sort of looked at. So Dr. J was in the ABA, which was the rival league, and then the NBA absorbed it.
Yeah.
Because the NBA before that didn't really have dunking.
Just on that, fun fact. What are you talking this ABABS? What's that? I didn't
The
know that
American
there was a
basketball. So for about 4 or 5 years in the 70s, there was a separate league,
Right.
which was more flair. This is where all the dunking and whatnot.
That's cool.
Because before then, the players could dunk, but if someone dunked, the opponent would take it disrespectful, so they'd actually put you on your ass. So if Michael Jordan played in the 60s, they just would have bashed him. But then Dr. J created that flair because in the 70s, the NBA was really struggling product-wise. So they absorbed it, got all the creative players in, while the NBA was more structures, fundamentals sort of thing. But Dr. J was a lot of what the 80s and 90s players really based themselves off.
So you pioneered dunking, in essence.
It was the first, probably the best one.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's the lesson for me. I don't know if anyone else out there knew that because I did not know. there
Well,
was an
MJ's
ABA,
famous.
American Basketball Association.
MJ's famous dunk from the free throw that he did.
that
Dr.
was
J
sick.
did that. Dr. J did that first.
So I wouldn't know that.
Yep, there you go.
Learn something new every day. All right, guys, we're going to jump straight into, well, we already did jump straight into the dunk of the century. The NBA games for today. Now, we had the Hornets and the Bulls. Hornets 1-1-2, the Bulls 1-1-9. So the Bulls got up there. Then we had the Wizards and the Thunder.
Thunder back on the winners list. Now I'm gonna have
Wizards 128 to the Thunder 136. Now,
I'm directing this at Harley, our friend, Harley Sports Talk. He did a post saying the Thunder are back because famously after they beat the Celtics, they've lost their last two. You beat the Wizards, the worst team apart from Detroit. They have Jordan Poole on it and fucking.
So I have something to elaborate on that after when we finished on the last game too.
Okay, pull your head in, Harley.
Then we had an upset, Pacers and the Celtics. Pacers 1-3-3 to the Celtics 1-3-1. That's very interesting, and it seems like the Pacers have hit a bit of form.
Well, they've really struggled like the Lakers at the end of that after post their in-season tournament.
Yep,
but they've won
did.
6 of their last 7. Tatum didn't play, but Jaylen Brown had a 40-piece. What's really concerning, though, a good thing and bad thing, Tyrese Halliburton, who's been just absolutely
On fire.
he's just been passing the ball as good as anyone.
Yeah.
He did a hamstring strain in the second quarter. So
Shit.
positive that they were able to win, but without him, that team drops right off. So watch
How
this
long is
space.
he gonna
Very
be
concerned.
out?
I don't know. They haven't said it yet.
Did
It's a
that just happen in game?
yeah. So I saw. I was looking at his stats and he had like 7. I'm like, nah, he got injured there for sure.
Yeah.
So watch this space because he's been really good to watch.
Then we had the Heat and the Rockets. No real surprise there. The Heat 1-2-0 to the Rockets 1-1-3.
Good by Bam. Another double carrying the ship while Jimmy Buckets is away.
They're doing well. They're doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
Then, we had the Bucks and the Jazz. Bucks 1-1-6 to the Jazz 1-3-2. Johnny, you must be very happy with Giannis and the Bucks right now.
I don't think Lillard played, but
Oh, come on.
I'm not really surprised. Like they're just. I've said it. I've been saying it. It's been like that. There's just something not right about the side. They're defensively weak compared to what they have been. But even last year, they were missing something. They're still 2 games clear second.
I'm not saying they're
So
crap.
they'll finish. They'll finish
100%.
top 2, top 3. I just can't see. I see them losing.
Do you reckon they'll win
quite
the
early in-
championship? Or do you reckon
No,
they'll get kicked out?
No, they won't.
Okay.
I don't think they're better than Boston.
I don't think anyone is at the moment.
No.
I mean, I did say Thunder is up there after winning against them, but Thunder need to beat the Gator Tooth.
It was almost like the Thunder believed their own hype and were drinking their own bathwater. I mean, they're back
Saber-toothed
though.
Tigers,
They're back. They beat the Wizards.
Yeah, they're back. Then we had the Clippers and the Suns. Clippers 1-3-8 to the Suns 1-1-1. So good win there. Not as I said yesterday.
Big win.
Look, it was a big win.
Comeback.
But I
Coming back off a loss.
Yes, coming back off
4
a
and
loss.
5.
4 out of 5. We've got the Raptors. We've actually got the Raptors next, I think, in a day or two. And then we come up against the Sabertooth Tigers, which will be actually a good measure of where we're really at. Sabertooth are on top. So kind of makes sense that this will really show, what the Clippers are made of and if we're a challenging a team of contention. So it'd be good.
And massive warning, which are already there, massive warning signs for the Suns. They've got 3 elite players and they were absolutely smoked. They didn't look like they were in it at all. They're just making up the numbers. They might finish at 8th seed and then that means they're, you'd hate to play the Nuggets.
Sorry for anyone who was watching. Would have had a phone call come through. It stopped completely.
That's good.
That's funny. The sound didn't stop.
Okay.
But that would
That's
have.
fine.
You were saying about the Suns worrying.
Well,
It is.
if they finish, you don't want to verse the Nuggets because you just won't win.
Yeah.
If I was one of those sides finishing 7th or 8th, not that they're not better than the Thunder or the Thundercats, because those teams are much better than them.
Yep.
But come playoffs, Thunder and the Thunderdomes have no experience. That's who you would want to play.
100%.
But you do not want to play the Nuggets.
No. God, no.
Because they'll be too professional.
No, I completely agree. Now, we're just going to run through the top 4 for each conference. I think it's important. Currently sitting at number 1 in the Eastern Conference is the Celtics. Then you have the Bucks, 76ers, and the Magic. And we head over to the Western Conference. You've got the Sabertooth Tigers, Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers. So it is a pretty competitive... both conferences are pretty competitive and getting a lot better. One thing that doesn't surprise me, the Warriors, there was a bit of speculation in the media today that potentially Andrew Wiggins, who has been kicked out of their starting lineup, is potentially, they reckon, might be getting traded before the deadline of Feb 8th. Not sure who they'd be trading in, but it is a bit of a speculation going around in the media at the moment.
It's sad to see this great dynasty
Falling apart.
He's falling apart. Wiggins had personal issues last year. I mean, he was phenomenal on the defensive end when they won their championship a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
There was also talks of trading Kuminga. I mean, he just looks like a tease. Like he can do things, but then he just never takes that next step. Like we've said before, the Warriors are done.
Yeah, completely agree. Now, guys, we've got our favourite segment for the day, the top 10 current NBA players of all time. So we've got our 8th on that list. I'm going to let you go first this time, Johnny. Hit us with your best stuff.
So number 8 for me in the current crop of their careers, he's an MVP winner. He's a 9-time All-Star, 2-time NBA All-Star MVP, 2-time first team All-NBA. He's won 2 scoring titles. He's a 3-time assist leader. Now, only once before until now, the only player was in the 60s to average a triple-double for a whole year. It was phenomenal. It was one of those records that no one thought would be broken. And that was Oscar Robertson. This player's done it now 4 times. He's actually made the triple-double not as good anymore. Like it's just, he's made it almost obsolete. He's the clear leader of the number of triple-double. He's the triple-double leader of all time. And he did it 4 years in a row. He's made a NBA Finals. So 2-time assist leader, scoring champion, 3-time assist leader. And that's Russell Westbrook.
Dude.
And what I love about Russell Westbrook is what he gives on and off the court. He doesn't take games off. He's always trying to win. There's no excuses. I love how selfless he's been at the Clippers, taking the bench role. He's, for a guy who's never been an amazing defender, really providing some championship defense that the Clippers need. And that is why he's my top 8.
What's more hilarious to this point, and I've got some more stats, but coming in at number 8 for me is Russell Westbrook.
There you go.
I was sitting there looking at my notes, and he's the only player to have won a scoring title, MVP, and averaged a triple-double in that same season. He's had, I think, 40 points, 12 boards, 11 assists in the entirety of one season. He's the only player in the NBA to hold that record. He's averaged 22 points over his career, 7.2 boards, I think it was 8.3 assists, 1.6 steals as well. So he is an absolute gun. He's won multiple MVP, All-Star MVP awards, and he's won obviously an MVP on his own account. So yeah, it is no surprise. He's an absolute jet. Quite funny. Johnny and I definitely don't talk about this on where anyone is.
I'm interested to see your.
I'm worried about the next few now.
My list has already been. I've got a top 77 list of all time, so it was easy for me to actually pick my list because you're just picking the current stock. So seeing Josh's one is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And the reason for me Russell isn't further up is, like the other ones, he hasn't won a title.
No, that's completely agreed. And there actually is another stat that I did not read out. It's the only player to have a 50-point triple-double in a playoff game. That's huge.
That's massive.
That's monster. But yeah, guys, that wraps up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to chuck on our little outro music, but really, really, really appreciate everyone who joins in, comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and please, if you have any topics of conversation you'd like us to talk about, please put them in the comments. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
See you guys. Short and sharp.